guys, this is Rosa Kelly. Welcome back to my channel and to another day on the 12 days of Christmas. So what I have for you is a DIY advent calendar, and I wanted to create my own advent calendar because as my girls grow, I always have problems like finding the perfect advent calendar for them, since my girls don't really eat chocolate and they're all into their own little things. So I wanted to make my own so that way I can fill it with the things that I know they're gonna love. I have here a little bit of like bath bombs, a little bit of like chopsticks, hand sanitizers, toys. They do like one specific type of chocolate, so I got that one in here for them. But anyway, so I really had fun making this advent calendar. So for the Christmas challenge, this is going to be my countdown to Christmas project, and again, it was super easy to make. It did take me a bit of time to figure out the first one, but then after that, the other ones, I made 3 of them in one afternoon/evening. So yeah, it's definitely doable, and you still have time to make one of these. I actually made mine 2 days ago. I had one of my girls help me with the scoring, and super quick and easy to, I mean, not quick but easy. So it will take a little time, but it's same step over and over. So as you watch a movie or listen to an audiobook, you can definitely be making your advent calendar today. Before I show you how to make these advent calendars, remember that the series is also a giveaway, so make sure that you're leaving a comment and that you go visit my friends Kimmy and Debbie and see what projects they have for you today. So the calendars are very simple. It basically is what it shows. Another fun part of making your own advent calendar is that the girls kind of customize this themselves, so your kids can pick like whatever theme they're into, and if they like Transformers or if they like Barbie or whatever it is, you can just go ahead and put some stickers and make it that theme. So I had my girls pick what paper they want to use. So Tess is very into ice skating this year, so we have ice skates for this one, and Ariel is very like minimalist and she just wanted something very settled. And then the one that I made for Emma, I'll show you later on the tutorial, but it's actually bigger. I made it larger because since she is like a teenager now, I wanted to include beauty products for her, like little shampoos and things like that, so I needed more space, so I made her a little bit wider, so we can fit. It's the same technique and the same size of the box, but it's just longer, so you can fit like things like mascara and makeup and just fun little things like that. So I hope that you guys enjoy the project for today, and now let's go ahead and make this together. Okay, so to start the advent calendar, I'm going to be using 25 pieces of 8.5 by 4 inches. This is a good way to use up all of your scraps. Mine are actually a little bit short of 4 inches, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use them. You can make it even bigger, make it at 5 inches or even 6 inches if you want your boxes to be bigger, to hold bigger items, but just make sure they're all the same width. And then for the length, we are going to do 8.5, and I'm going to score at 1/2 inch, at 3 inches, and at 6 inches. And then we are going to fold along the score lines. So I'm going to fold here and here, and then we are going to connect these two ends. So we are going to add some glue here on this 1/2 inch section, and then we're just going to close this up, and then we're going to have our first piece. And again, we're going to repeat the process with all of the 25 pieces. Okay, so here I have all of my 25 pieces. This actually went pretty fast. Now we're going to make the cover for each one of the boxes. So we're gonna just do something like this, so whatever is inside is hidden. And for that, I am going to be cutting again 25 pieces, and this is going to be 2 7/8 by 2.5. And we're going to score along the 2.5 at 1/2 inch. Okay, and then we're going to fold these along the center, and I'm just going to mark here where the center is along the top, and then we're going to fold from that line till the top of that 1/2 inch that we did. So we're just going to fold like this. Okay, so from here to here, I'm just gonna fold this and press down. Okay, so we're gonna have this section, and now we're gonna go from the top until the other corner right there. Okay, so remember, you're not folding it down to this corner, but to where we score this piece. So you're gonna end up with a piece that looks like this, and then you are going to grab one of your triangles, and notice that the base is 3 inches, so it's a little bit longer, so you will know which side is your base. And then we are going to glue these on the inside, okay, of the triangle. So I'm just gonna slide it in, and we're just gonna line it up right there and press down. Okay, and then you're gonna have the lid or the cover for this section right there. Okay, so we are going to do the same for all of the boxes. And I'm gonna show you a little trick. If you have an old scoreboard like this one, mine is super dirty, go ahead and paint, like using a Sharpie. You can just do a line here on any line, and then that's gonna help you find exactly where you need to score. So for example, here I'm going to score again at 1/2 inch along the 2.5, and then I'm gonna fold it down the center along the top, and then it's gonna be a lot easier to connect from this point to this point. We're just going to line that up right here, and we are going to score on this side, and then I am going to do the same for the other side. Go from that point to this point, and the black line really helps you see which, you know, how to line up this piece exactly, and that way it's going to be a lot easier to fold, and also it's going to, you know, look a lot cleaner as well. Okay, so now that we have all of our boxes, we can go ahead and start putting them together. So I'm going to start with 3 pieces, and I am going to glue them together like this. So basically I am just going to add some glue on this side, and I'm keeping the bottom or the open section to the bottom. Okay, so we're just gonna add some glue here, and we're gonna put these two together side to side, and I'm just gonna make sure these glue really good. And now we're gonna glue those two. So we are going to do 9 pieces for the first level. Okay, so I'm just gonna put that one here. I'm gonna go from the back and just make sure it is glued together, and I'm just gonna continue adding my boxes. Okay, so here we have our box finished. What I'm going to do is reinforce the sides here. I just want to make sure they're all connected and smooth, and I'm just going to use 2 pieces of cardstock. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue this on the side, and then I'm going to add design paper on top as well. So I went ahead and cut this at 3.5, and this is by 11. So I'm just going to glue it to the side. Okay, so now your box is ready to decorate. Now you can either leave the back open like this if you want to like add the treats from the back, or we can also close the back. So to close the back, I'm just going to use 2 pieces of 8.5 by 11, and I went ahead and scored at 1/2 inch here along the 11-inch side, and I'm just going to fold along the score line. And then I'm going to add 1 right here on the back. Okay, so I'm just going to glue the inside. Okay, and I'm just gonna put it on the bottom like this. Just gonna press down, and then from the top I am going to cut just the extra here because we have a lot. So I'm just gonna place it like this so you can see how I am cutting. Okay, so I'm just going. Okay guys, I'm so sorry my camera died, but I went ahead and covered the back. I just used a piece of cardstock, and I scored at 1/2 inch on the bottom. So the cardstock was 8.5 by 11, so I scored 1/2 inch on the bottom, and then I just went ahead and glued the bottom and then place it on top, and then I just folded this slowly, and then trim the paper like that, and I just glued this like a 1 inch down here, and I did the same for this side. So I did one side first and then overlap the second one, and then just glue those together. So it's kind of just like wrapping the back, and then I went ahead and use this design paper to kind of just like cover that up and also to make it pretty. So the fun thing is that the girls were able to pick what design paper they wanted for each one of their calendars. So let me show you how this looks. I actually already filled this in with little goodies, and we were kind of playing around with this with the girls. So let me show you the other ones that I made, and this is really fun because we actually sat down and did the calendars together, because it's just basically 2 steps and they kind of like repeat, and so it was a fun time doing these together. So this one here I wanted to show you because instead of the 3 3/4 that this measures with the little boxes, you know how I use my scraps, and my scraps were all like 3 3/4. For this one I went ahead and started the boxes at 5 1/2. So they're longer, and I just went ahead and cut my cardstock here, my 8.5 by 11, down at 5 1/2, and it was just a lot easier to do the cutting and scoring. And yeah, so, and then it also turns out bigger, like wider, so you can add other type of elements. For example, I'm just gonna give you a look at what I added. So I started filling this in already, and let's see, where did I put it? So I have little socks in here, just so you have an idea. I don't want to show too much, but so for example, I bought these kits of like like shampoo, dry shampoo, and things like that. You can make this for, you know, like any age, not just kids. This is for my teenage daughter, so I put more like beauty products on this one here, and then some like bath bombs and some like how much room you have to put things. Like I put this salt, you know, like bath salt, and I got these ones at like Target, like from the dollar section. And this is why I wanted to make my own calendar, because I couldn't really find an advent calendar that will, you know, like have the things that I wanted for my daughters. Like here we have socks, like even the socks were able to just like fit in there. So just like a little bit of everything. And oh, this is my favorite, like a really soft scrunchie. So I got this for all the girls, but anyway, so I'm just gonna hide that back in there. And like I said, the girls pick their own. So on this one here we have some ice skates. How cute is that? And so this is another one that again I already started filling it in. And so now the next thing that I'm going to do is add the numbers. So I went ahead and printed the 1 to 25. This is from my last year's collection. This is the cozy day, so it's really cute. But I used the bubbles mainly because go with every color or every Christmas color. So, and I went ahead and resized this to half. That way the bubbles are smaller than, you know, what we use for mini albums. And so I'm going to just go ahead, cut them up, and add a number to each one of the boxes. Now you can add them in order, or you can just randomly place them. And I'm still deciding on what I'm going to do, because the girls want them to be random, so we will see. So I just realized that this 1-inch punch cuts the circles perfectly. So if you have any 1-inch die or just like a paper punch, I think the paper punch will be a lot faster. Look how cute is that? It's so perfect. So I'm gonna be cutting all of these here, and then we are going to be adding them onto our calendar. Again, I don't know where I'm gonna put them or which order we're gonna follow for this, but I'm just gonna cut them for now. And so here you go. Here's how the final result looks like. I decided to actually mix the bubbles. I asked my daughters what did they prefer, if they prefer in order or just kind of mix up the numbers, and they all wanted to mix up the numbers. So I guess it's more fun to kind of find where's number 2 or where's number 4, you know. So I hope that you guys like it. Again, please come back tomorrow for another fun project. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.